Hey, Mike, I'm curious. Last night on your radio show, I think you talked to Fish a little bit about um, Parker Stewart and Miller Kopp struggling a little bit, and you needing to kind of help them kind of find their groove. I'm curious, just from your experiences coaching in the NBA and how long you've been around players, what have you found works in terms of talking to guys to get them out of a funk? Have you found different things work with different guys, or is there anything you try to do to get a player out of a funk?
Well, again, I mean, it's not nothing new. I mean, they got to put more time in the gym, which they've been doing, shooting the ball, and our offensive flow has just got to be. I mean, they've had good looks. They just haven't knocked the shots down, and a lot of that is you got to show them some love and get them some confidence and run some plays for them, a few plays for them to get them going. Um, but again, I mean, I'm not gonna go overboard or react overboard about it. I mean, at the end of the day, they have shown that they can make shots in practice. I think Miller, it was pretty good over in the Bahamas until he got hurt. He made shots, and Parker has made shots. And I just got to get them comfortable, man, in what we're doing and feel good about when they let the ball go. They know it's going in the hole. So that's kind of on me a little bit. But, those two guys got to continue to put the time in the gym, and which they have been doing, and shooting the basketball. And hopefully it'll come around for them.
Tom.
Thank you.
Mike, St. John's plays such a unique style of basketball. It's something you don't see every night in college basketball. Is that something that, though, you sort of try to prepare for a little bit in the off season or preseason, or is that looking too far ahead?
Well, again, I mean, you got teams that's going to press. You got teams that's going to play half court zone. I mean, you see a little bit of everything in college basketball. And, our guys, we've worked on, leading into St. John. I mean, we've been working all year on, pressing. We just got to hope when they throw it on us, our guys are comfortable and making the reads and getting the ball out of the double teams and getting the ball up the floor to try to create a scoring opportunity. But it's a part of college basketball. You can't run from it. And, sure, we've been working against half-court zone. I'm not a big zone guy myself personally, but, I have some of my assistant coaches, put the second unit in zone situations and vice versa with the first unit. And we try to create an atmosphere where we are getting trapped and going against certain types of defenses. So, it's going to be an interesting game to see where we are. I'm kind of anxious to get to the game just to see how we're going to fare against their traps and getting the ball up the floor and doing what we do.
Alec.
Hey, Coach. Yeah, just kind of piggybacking off St. John's and the pressure that they bring to the floor. Talk a little bit about the point guard play so far from your group and kind of where they are up to this point and kind of what they need to improve on, especially going up against a very defensive pressured St. John squad.
Well, I mean, I'm happy with the makeup of our point guards. I haven't played Christian very much, but I thought when he came in the other night, he was ready to play, and that's all you can ask for from a coaching standpoint. But I think Robin and Xavier are kind of holding it down a little bit in terms of how we want to play. Rob has been kind of a stabilizer for us when he comes in the game, and X is starting to find his groove a little bit. Thought the last game he played really well for us and made all the right plays that we needed him to make and as a point guard. But again, we haven't witnessed this kind of pressure. I'm just, like I said, I'm kind of anxious to see where we are, to see how our guards and just our players in general react to, pressure.
Peaks.
Hey, Coach, that was just a good time to ask. Have you prioritized playing a game in New York City for in the coming years, either in Madison Square Garden or another location?
Well, I've spoke with my Nick family that I know well about, possibly here in the future bringing the game to New York. I would love to do that. I think I owe that to Jim Dolan and that, Nick organization. I mean, our team has gone to New York a few times. I mean, we were out there for the NIT when I was here, and I know Coach has taken the team out a number of times as well when he was coaching here. But it'd be nice, I think, for our ball club to go back east and play in New York. So only time will tell. We just got to put something together and make it happen.
Jeff.
Yeah, Coach, I just wanted to ask real quick about Race Thompson. Averaging almost a double-double. I think it's 8.5 points, 10 rebounds while playing 20 minutes a game. I'd just like your thoughts on what you've seen from him, and is this sort of what you want from him going forward, or do you see other things you'd like to add a little more to what you're getting from him?
Well, I think if his minutes go up a little bit more, I think all his numbers will expand. But I'm really at a good place with him right now and how he's playing. I mean, his leadership, on the defensive side of the ball, it's been, I mean, really, really good for our ball club because he's kind of directing traffic and helping guys who probably have struggled a little bit in the defensive system. He's kind of been like the mouthpiece and the centerpiece in terms of getting guys where they need to be. But I like how he's been playing, though. He's done a lot of nice things. Unfortunately, in the first game, he got, in the foul trouble, and I had to pull him. But this last game, he was solid again. We're going to need it from he and Trace, as we, navigate through this season, man, because they two big pieces to the puzzle.
Mike Schumann.
Yeah, hey, Coach. This particular group you're talking to right now isn't real accustomed to seeing a fully healthy roster. It looked like you had all 13 available the other night. Just wonder what kind of value you're getting in practice from having so many guys available and then starting to prepare for some high major opponents like St. John's.
Well, it's been very competitive, Chippy, guys, because, everybody wants to play, and I get that. And, we can't play everybody. Although the other night we were able to, because of the blowout, we were able to get everybody in the game. And I thought, everybody stepped up and played well when they got in the game. And that, that's kind of how practice has been. Guys have been very competitive and going at each other. And, it's kind of nice to see. It keeps everybody on their toes in terms of who's going to play and who's not going to play. So, tomorrow's game will be interesting to just see where we are as a ball club and see how we handle, their pressure.
Kevin.
Yeah, kind of getting back to that, Coach, and tempo. I mean, do you see yourself wanting to run with them when you break pressure, or how do you view dictating tempo in this kind of a game?
Well, my thing is teams press. I convert back to when I was in college. We used to, when teams pressed us, man, that was an open door season for us, man, to get them down the floor and play. We used to lick our chops back in the day when we got pressed, or teams played half court zone against us because we kind of liked it. And so I'm telling our guys, hell, you get pressed, you got to make them pay on the other end for pressing. So, it might cause us to, speed up and play a little more up tempo, but that's okay. It's a part of it. I don't want to, break the press and just play half court. If we got an opportunity to go score the ball, that's what I want us to do.
Dustin, then we'll finish up with Zach.
Hey, Mike, I wanted to go back to what you said about Xavier Johnson and him finding his groove. He's obviously been a guy throughout his career that's been pretty high risk, pretty high reward. How did you sort of want to shape his game to maybe accentuate the positives and cut down on some of the turnovers and the other stuff? And how do you feel like he's coming along with that?
Well, I think he's making some nice strides. Again, point guard position is a tough position for me. And because I'm just so demanding on them doing the right things, to help, all the other pieces that go along with your team. And, he's learning, man. I mean, I don't think he's ever been asked to do a lot of the things that I'm asking him to do. And that's a part of being a good point guard. You need good point guard play in college basketball to be effective, I think. And, if I can keep Rob and Christian, on board and doing the things that they need to do when they play, and Xavier, kind of leading the charge with that first unit, then I think we'll be in position to win ball games.
Zach.
Mike, I wanted to ask, you've talked a lot about Jordan Geronimo, a player you think has made a lot of progress and still has kind of a lot of potential he can realize. As you get ready for a game like this where maybe there's some defensive matchups you might ask him to embrace, and obviously, as a younger guy who wants to see the floor, you also want him to be careful with the ball. Just, I guess, do you feel like he's put himself in a position where you can give him more of that responsibility in games like this?
We're going to see, I mean, again, I'm not scared to play any team in college basketball, and I'm not scared to play my guys. So, you can always put them in and you can always pull them when they're not doing what they are asked to do. But Geronimo's going to be in that second unit when I sub him in the game. And, and it's going to be interesting just to see how he responds. I mean, listen, he's getting an opportunity to play, and he's very excited and upbeat about that. And I got faith in him. Only time will tell. Just got to wait and see how he responds.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
All right, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow.